One of the things I love about baking is making Swiss rolls. Although it takes a lot of skill to do, it definitely finishes with a gorgeously tasting cake. To start off, crack 3 eggs into a bowl, followed by 75 grams of caster sugar. That's 2. That's time to add the sugar. Now, all you have to do is mix with an electric whisk until a nice, creamy, thick meringue mixture. It's always good to mix whilst the bowl is at an angle because that way more air gets into the mixture, creating more air pockets so the cake can rise. Everything's on. And let's go. As you can see now, as the mixture is quite thick, I can write my initials in it. If it doesn't stay there for long enough, then that means you just need to add a bit more time when mixing. Although this part is the easiest, it's probably the longest, as although you only have to sieve in flour, it does take a long time just to fold the mixture in. Alright. Alright, I'm going to fold the mixture in now, and I'll see you in a bit. Just a quick tip, when mixing, use a bit of vanilla extract because sometimes when you've made the cake, it can sometimes taste a bit eggy or a bit floury. So, you know what, let's do it now. You'll only need a tiny bit because the smallest amount can increase a lot of flavour. That'll do. Alright, I'm going to complete my mixture, and as you can see, when mixing, all you have to do is fold it in because you don't want to create a lot of air pockets, as that normally, you don't want to waste the air pockets because that normally destroys the cake and just makes it go all floppy and stuff.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now that my mixture is done, it's time to fill up the baking tray. Make sure that you get all the way around the sides, otherwise the cake won't cook properly and you'll either end up with a burnt cake or a really deformed cake. Right, now, just to spread it all over the tray, just use the back of a spoon. There we go. Right, now the mixture is spread across the tray, it's time to stick it in the oven. Just a tip of advice, always stick it in landscape just to create the cake is golden all over. Remember, stick on for 10 minutes and I'll see you then. Now it's time to make the buttercream, which is the best part about making a cake. You can put whatever you want, from chocolate to jam. It's just amazing, all the varieties and what you can do. All it is just grab a spoonful of butter, however size that you want, depends on how much you want to make. Just grab a bit of icing sugar. Place quite a lot because buttercream does require a lot of sugar, but I know it's unhealthy, but I guess let's just say the more unhealthy, the tastier it is. Okay, now that the cake is cooked, it should look more of a corgi brown colour. I know the top hasn't come off, I know the top has come off, but that's alright because we're still going to roll it up anyway. Okay, now this is probably the most trickiest part, is having to unflip the cake onto the baking paper and rolling it up. Always remember to put sugar on the baking paper to stop the cake from sticking after rolling it up properly when you put your buttercream on it. There we go.
Wow.
That came out fine. Let's just hope it unravels fine. Here we are. Let's throw that away. Okay, now it's time to roll up the cake and just allow it to cool down for a bit. Alright, now we're just going to wait 5 minutes for it to cool down before we can put the best part, is the icing sugar and buttercream. Alright, now it's time to add the best part of the cake, which is the cream. Or as I like to call it, the buttercream. Alright, now that you've already made it, it's just time to basically dollop it onto your cake and just spread it on with a knife. You don't have to spread it too much over the cake because as you roll it up, it just spreads out. So yeah, don't worry if you have too little or too much. Right, it's time to roll up and let's see if it works. Alright, and here is the butter. Now here's the cake finished. Now guys, it's time to put it in the freezer for overnight cooling, so tomorrow we can finish off the decoration. Right, as you can see my cake is done, and I've added quite a special twist. What I've done is I've put ice cream in the filling. Right, now it's time to have a little taste. Right, well, I'm off to enjoy this.